So I'm just in like the short work of the field now. All the long runs are done, and yeah, so got my headland mark runs up there, coming down there. So instead of pulling my back furrow here out through the scratch mark, what I would have done is pull so my front furrow comes to here and then lift up, and then I'd end up with a trough. There'd be a trough here somewhere, then I'll drop the ploughing again there, so I'd end up with a trough where I've pulled out. So just to make life easy for myself, so I don't have any troughs to fill in on when I come and do this headland run. I have made it so I've got a furrow runs down here, so then when I come to plough this headland, I haven't got any of the ins and outs to like bounce up and down and try and fill the holes in the troughs. So what I do, I'll just drive up onto here with the tractor on this little bit that I've left here, and what I'll do is I'll put my tractor wheel in my scratch mark, and I will drop the back furrow in there, and then I'll just drive in line with my scratch mark here, and then I'll start and just bend back into the work and drive back up there. But I can only do this when it is quite an acute angle like that. If these short works were coming that way, more of a, an angle there, I wouldn't be able to do it, because I wouldn't be able to take a gradual bend in with a plough. So as you can see up there, I'm left with a furrow up there. So in theory, I first pass up this headland run, which I'm going to obviously chuck it away from the fence, because it was ploughed to the fence last year. And say I'm not looking forward to this. The amount of rubbish that's grown up here is unreal. And I know what this plough thinks of trash like that. It doesn't like it. So I will I'll stick you somewhere there. And hopefully you'll be able to see what happens. So I've got my wheel in the scratch mark now, and I'll just back up. I'll drop my back furrow down in there. And now I'll just start and take a slow sweep back into the middle of the field. So now hopefully it will make that headland a lot easier to plough now. I'll just add another stone in there. you've just got to, I know, you've just got to do things that will make it easier for you, tidier. I know that isn't the textbook way. But it's a way, when you get it right, it does work out quite nicely. And the beauty of it is there's no trash on the ins and outs. So I get quite a few people ask me how I do certain things, and I thought, well, I'll just take a look at how I do that and show people that little trick. I won't go into other things on this video really. I'll do a few other things on another video when I'm ploughing the next ones. If I think anybody will find it useful and interesting, then I'm more than happy to show you guys. You can see as I'm coming up here, see how it bends round there and just follows my headland mark. So I've just lifted the plough up before it crosses my headland mark there, left a little triangle that I'll plough this time. So I'll just drive onto here, get this wheel in line with the headland mark, then I'll just back up. And away we go. And just take just a nice gentle bend. It's not too sharp that it's going to do any damage to anything, so it's not going to break any stabilizers. And yeah, it works out real well actually. Right, so yeah, I'm ploughing this. Started ploughing this headland now. I'm going to do a run back up to the other end, so I'll plough that one when I get there. But what I've done, just to show two different methods, done a run up here the wrong way, so I've turned the ploughing that way. So effectively I've turned it the wrong way, and now I'm coming back up. I am now going to turn this run back again. So you've seen me do this on one of my beginner's guides videos, where you turn your ins and outs the wrong way. Now I did it coming down this way towards us, so it's turned soil down the hill and filled the troughs in. So So I've done it 2 different ways on this headland, so you'll be able to see. You can see how it looks. So it's probably not ideal down here because it is quite light land down here, and we're on a bit of a hill as well, so that's not necessarily helpful. And it's not wanting to run through the plough so well. So we're just coming up to the end where I've turned it the wrong way, and we're just starting on the run now where I pulled it in on the when I pulled it back in when I was doing the middle of the field. And actually this time round, the first way I've done my ins and outs is turning out in this field to be the tidiest way. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell that there's hardly any stubble where you would normally have troughs and holes. You know, there's no stubble hardly, it's all buried. And it's looking reasonably tidy. It wasn't ideal back there because it was real loose soil and it's on a hill, so it's not worked too well. And then at this end I've done a couple of runs where I've left a trough, so now you'll be able to see what happens when you leave a trough. See, just where are we? Just up there somewhere, there's a bit of a hole where I pulled back in the field. Don't know how much you can see. We'll take a closer look. Be able to see the difference. So there's I did 2 runs here where I left a trough. So I've got a hole in there, and then we've got a light spot. We have a light spot runs up there. So that's what happens when you leave troughs. And then up here is where I this run here is where I've pulled it back in and gone up the field, and I've not had the trough, so it's reasonably level, so it's not a lot of work for the power harrow to sort out. So there you can see that hole just up there. There's that hole left where there was a trough. So there's just a few comparisons doing it a different way. So I don't know how well it's shown up on camera, but yeah, just thought 3 different comparisons there. So at the far end it wasn't ideal because I was on a hill and it really loose land there, so the plough couldn't hold herself on hill. It was running away downhill, so it's not ideal, but gives you an idea, a bit of a comparison. I hope it showed all right. Right then, guys, I was going to end this video now, but I've had GoPro battery issues and it went flat before I could show you what I was doing in this corner, you see. What I wanted to show you was how I ploughed the corner out. So bear in mind, I've gathered that headland and I've chucked this one and I've chucked the far one towards the fence. And what I wanted to show you was just how I ploughed all the headlands, but I've hardly got any wheelings in the corners. It's easy to do when you're gathering all the headlands into the field, because you just go round and round your headland and you slowly plough your way into the corner. Little bit more tricky doing it this way. See, there's no wheelings in the corner there. I've got a little one there and a little one just there, and the only other wheelings I'm going to have is when I come back up this run here and joins onto this one. So I'm just going to have some little wheelings in the corner just there, so there's hardly any paddling at all, as you can see in this corner. It's same at the other end, but as I say, bloody hard battery died. I've just managed to get enough charge in it to just finish this, so I'll have to try and show that in another field if the headlands work out like this. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one then, and I'll try and show another couple of a few more things in another field, you know, as and when they come up I can show you how so in the meantime I will catch you loose, put you loose, and see you on the next one. Cheers for watching.